Hello, everyone, and welcome to another week of the CCA. We are in Division 5. It is going to be week 3. My name is Jay, joined here by Amia. How are you doing today?
I'm excited for a lovely. Is this Div 5 or Div 4?
It's Div 5.
Is it?
It is Div 5.
Okay, it's Div 5. I low-key forgot, but I'm doing good. I am happy to be here, away from the Div 6 lands where I hail from, and I get to see some higher level gameplay, which should be fun.
Yeah, and looking at these two teams, we have PSU versus VCU Spirality. Both of these teams looking for their first win to get themselves stapled into their group. This is Group 1. VCU is 0-2, while Fish is 0-1. So both of these teams trying to snag that win here, and looks like we're going to be starting off with Rainmaker Humpback. How do you feel about this map?
I am definitely a massive fan of Humpback. I love it so much, and it definitely does not make me want to bawl my eyes out sometimes. But, as long as you can make use of the really uneven terrain, the curves, like the atypical curves for a Splatoon stage, it should be fine.
Yeah, definitely. And as we get started here, both of these teams should have subs to some capacity, so expect some substitutions as we go along. But we are going to be getting started in just a moment, and I'm very excited to see what these comps are going to have in store.
Ooh, yeah. I only know a few of the players on PSU Fish, and I know no one from Spirality, so I'm excited to see what they're bringing out. Looks like, a Hedit. I am a massive Hedit fan, as someone who is a part of the Beverage Brigade. I'm a massive fan of tacticooler weapons, so I'm excited to see how they make do with that.
Yeah, and notice Artan rocking the typical Vunder. We also see a Wellstring coming from Deeted. A very interesting pick, knowing how well that thing can work on Rainmaker shields.
Very interesting pick. I know personally that Deeted is a menace on stringer weapons, which is not a very typical thing to see in competitive Splatoon, but I'm excited to see how they do with it.
Yeah, and it looks like PSU is on the up foot, finding 2 picks here, but they are not grabbing the Rainmaker. Looks like they're electing to try to clear paths, as we see a counter reach slider coming in. Unfortunately for VCU, it does not find anyone, as Deeted grabs Rainmaker, but does not see the bomb.
Oh no, dies to a suction bomb.
Yeah, big double there by that suction bomb.
It's so unfortunate when that happens.
Yeah, but that's just what VCU needed, but it looks like they're trying to pop this Rainmaker, but...
Looks like Fish is stalling it out, or maybe it's just gonna pop it themselves.
Yeah, they get the pop there. Notice that that reef slider online on the side of PSU.
I'm guessing it's the Wellstring that's so good at holding off the Rainmaker. I've seen some stringer builds that are dedicated to just popping the Rainmaker as fast as possible.
I mean, yeah, when you have the opportunity to do something like that, you might as well take full advantage of it. But we see this reef slider coming in.
Reef slider from
Artan finds 1 pick, but cannot find anything else. It seems another reef slider comes in. Another reef slider comes in.
Reef sliders.
Oh, that's a big reef slider. Finds a double, but PSU shuts down that push. Reef slider madness here in Div 5 today.
I never really thought of the undercover Brella to be a weapon with much durability, but Artan was able to survive in that corner for so long. I wonder if there's something that they know that I don't. Looks like Spirality is starting to get some picks, maybe trying to get back at that Rainmaker that isn't seeming to be moving forward much. Oh, never mind, it's going along the side paths.
Unfortunately, that Rainmaker is going to be punished as this Crab Tank finds some very good quality picks as his dualies are just rolling the same way back and forth, but Keyline has his reef slide online. But unfortunately gets punished there by Ghost. Great pick to shut that down.
I'd love to see a Sonic showdown in competitive Splatoon. It's a good time.
Oh, big slider. Oh, but
no picks, but it did clear them out.
Yeah.
Force them in different directions. Can they claim the kill on that Hedit? No, of course not, because it has Tacticooler and therefore is amazing.
Sounds like a top level Splatoon player would say. Tactical at this, tactical at that. Where's some representation for Ink Armor and Bubbler?
I love Ink Armor and Bubbler, but I do love Tacticooler because it's a special that is supportive but isn't just more like HP or damage reduction.
That's very fair, but we see Keyline coming in, another reef slider, another double reef slider chaos.
How many reef sliders are in this game? Is it like 4?
I believe there's 3. There's the Dreadringer, there's the Undercover, and there's the Blackles.
And there's another Dreadringer. No, wait.
Oh, the Wellstring?
Oh, I can't look. I can't count.
No.
I'm upset.
But PSU now trying to get their foot on the gas, but Hacks in this crab tank are shutting this push down pretty well. Finding one pick with teamwork, but PSU electing to try to go this right path, but this is very risky as if they go down there, it's going to be a
massive lead for Spirality, yeah, since the checkpoint is right there. And Hacks is just chilling. He's got the dualies out, he's ready. And it seems they jumped off to reset, which is smart, so that Spirality can't get that checkpoint really easily.
Yeah, notice how the low scoring from both these teams. Neither of these teams were able to grab a checkpoint. As I say that, Dog trying to move in. That's 3 down on the side of VCU. PSU needs to get this going quick with only a minute left, but no one's grabbing the Rainmaker.
Looks like Deeded is their designated Rainmaker grabber. I don't know if they have someone else to grab it.
Arctan has it though.
Arctan has it though.
Trying to make a hero play himself. Finds the
Arctan
fish.
Gets a pick, but is starting to back up a little bit. Can they maybe move forward?
Oh, the bomb.
No, the bomb. That headed is just hanging out, you know, getting all the picks. Really admirable thing to see from a fellow tacticooler weapon.
But they're the only one left for the team, trying to find jumps, but one goes down the side of VCU. PSU needs to use Rainmaker.
Peek over and get the Rainmaker pick? No. They're starting to move in.
We got a flanking head on their tracks.
Oh, and Arctan goes down with the Rainmaker.
And with only 30 seconds left in VCU with 3 specials online, this is going to be a long shot.
It's looking rough for PSU Fish to the 5th, I believe it is now?
Yes.
They get the checkpoint and 2 picks with that crab tank. Wow, what an amazing crab tank from Hacks.
Yeah, even with 15 seconds left, VCU is still trying to keep their foot on the gas, but still waiting to grab this Rainmaker. I wonder if they're just going to leave it here.
I'm guessing they're just going to play defensive since they know that they have lead. Arctan tries to come in with a reef slider, but doesn't. It hits a lonely striking air.
Oh, and that's going to be a wipeout.
That's going to be wipeout end game.
Game number 1 goes to VCU in a pretty strong fashion. PSU, despite finding a lot of good quality picks, could not work together and find that movement into getting anything more than 10 points. So, if you're PSU, try to work together as a team when it comes to finding, as you find these picks, move with them. But if you're VCU, feeling pretty comfortable heading into game number 2. Is there anything you'd like to add on how that game went?
I think the biggest problem is a problem that I run into often with the weapons that I use, since I primarily main turf support weapons like Aerospray and NZAP, is that if there's someone up on these perches like that heavy edit was, just striking down into the mid area, there's not much you can do unless you get rid of them. And it doesn't seem like much was done on that front.
Absolutely, and I'd also like to make a little fun fact out of this, but we are actually both in the same room. That's why there's only me in the Discord call with our streamer. But
we're live. We're casting kind of live in person.
Yeah, but we would love to have a camera, but that's going to be in the future. But for now, you'll get to just hear our voices from the void.
We love a good match Clam Blitz on Inkblot. I'm excited to see how this goes. As a Tri-Slosher Navo main, I am often asked to bring it out for Clam Blitz on Inkblot. Well, so I'm excited to see how this goes.
If you're a main, then why are you upset to bring it out?
It's the weapon of the 3 that I'm the least good at.
But also, on top of us being in person, we have 2 lovely spectators in the audience.
We have 2 lovely spectators.
You can probably hear them in the background, but we are heading game number 2, Clam Blitz Inkblot. I think one thing to look forward to is this double reef slider comp if PSU sticks with it. Using those double reef sliders, but imagine you get one from the slick and one from the ramp. Double, just from 2 different angles, I think could be very deadly.
I also did notice that in that last game we had Andrew on NZAP, which is a Tacticooler weapon, so I have to highlight it. And Tacticooler can be such an interesting special in Clam Blitz, because it can really give your team, it doesn't give your team a massive push edge as, say, the double reef slider comp would, but there's some little hidden tricks with the Tacticooler that can maybe give you just the edge you need to get a good push going.
So what I'm hearing is that Tacticooler is overrated. And
it's not. Oh, I love Tacticooler, guys. I love drinks.
With the way that you sounded there, kind of said that it doesn't really help you too much, but it's just kind of...
It is a little overrated in Clam Blitz because your team is largely looking for grouped up pushes, which means everyone can get a drink, but also if everyone's together, it can be really easy for like a Trizuka or Strikes or a Reef Slider to just wipe out your entire push.
Well, I mean, that is true. I'll give you that. But looking at these comps here, we're going to see my beloved Octobrush from Hacks. And we're going to see a very similar comp, noticing that Andrew swaps to Wiper, and Key Lime swaps to Jet. So
looks like they're going double engage, double support. It's reminding me of the GOATS meta in Overwatch.
Yeah, we're seeing this Jet Squelcher. I know Kevin in the audience is very happy.
Kevin in the audience very happy for the V Jet Squelcher.
But we're 45 seconds in, still no picks yet, but this Octobrush looming large, trying to find a pick on this Thunder, gets the pick. And look, I wonder if they're going to use this wall to push up. They are. But are they going to get punished? Yes, they do. The Jet Squelcher.
The Jet Squelcher defensive. Also, Andrew coming in with the Slatana Wiper. I'd love to see that. Jolt's not in the room this time, is probably rolling in their grave.
Jolts cannot get in the room, but we see this hammer coming out for Andrew, finds a pick, working around to the left, the Octobrush trying to shut it
up
down.
On the stack.
Woo! But that's going to be 2 down for VCU. They have this vacuum for PSU, but they need to get the clans before they're pushing in here.
I love how the dynamic of the stacks is a little bit less important in Inkblot on Clam Blitz. Like, you find these stacks to be these all-important push points in other modes, but I find lots of people just trying to claim the lower middle area in Clam Blitz.
Yeah, but as I say that, this Reef Slider trying to shut things down.
In, trying to shut down a push.
The PSU gets the first hand, dropping the points remaining down to 71, but it looks like not too much follow-up is going to be made as Arctan comes in with one more clam, but still alive down there. Gets shut down.
Looks like the head is trying to make use of that post on the grates, but with PSU's clever positioning closer to that right side of the wall, it's a bit hard for them to get good picks.
Yeah, notice this, is this the Blapwolves? They're running, what is that, Haunt? I'm noticing,
Haunt Blapwolves?
Yeah, I see someone's, like, shadow, like, from their reflection. Yeah, look at that. Check it out.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Also, was that no, it was not a pick. I was excited to see if that was a pick with the angle shooter, but no, it just did a little bit of damage.
No, don't worry. Key Lime's like the 3rd best angle shooter user in state. But that does not meant in any ill attempt because we have a lot of crazy angle shooter players here.
Angle shooter is such an interesting special.
Yeah, too bad.
Jumping back to base with the Super Clam. A nice change in Splatoon 3 is that if you jump back to base with the Super Clam, it doesn't destroy itself.
Oh yeah, and the barrier, right?
Arctan coming in with the undercover, what's it called? Undercover umbrella.
The Wonder.
Going for the bats. I wonder if they can make anything. Oh, they jump back down.
Oh, but Deated here, trying to push in despite it being numbers even 2v2. Wonder if they're gonna pop this wave breaker to get some location.
I can see them doing that. It looks like they're also just trying to keep turf in the base so their teammates can push in. I wonder if their team is going to push in so Deated can follow and dunk that clam.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it might be a bit of an and Deated gets killed by the Octobrush Zipcaster.
Yeah, trying to go on even more of a rampage. Finds 2. The slider coming in. This is what VCU needs to get this push going. We might see a vacuum coming out soon. VCU, but they do not
score with the super.
It's 1v1. It's this T-Tech. Deated needs to shut them down, but cannot. And they're going to get the score.
Take it.
But still, PSU holds on to
the lead. Which is nice. They were able to score, but now they're going to have a bit of a penalty racked up against them, which might be hard to circumvent.
Yeah, all they need now
Interesting Wave Crasher spot coming out from Deated.
Oh, look at it!
I don't know if I've ever seen a Wave Crasher up on that middle box before.
No, you calling it Wave Crasher?
That's what I call it. As it crashes waves against people.
Well, then would you call a hammer an Ultra Crasher because it crashes?
No, I just call it hammer because that's what it is. I don't remember the names of specials ever. I just call tactical or drink. Speaking of which, some nice drinks right there.
Big slider coming soon. Here it comes. Finds, but it cannot find anyone, but it takes the space. We see the vacuum coming out from Keyline.
We got the Blapples holding space for the lyrics of Defying Gravity. It's a good time.
Love me some Blapples, but
love a good Blapple. What's so interesting about the Blapples is their ability to move really quickly at once. They're really good for if you're able to predict and dodge other people's attacks. Oh, and it's a melee duel, but the Octobrush takes it.
Yeah, Arctan knows where this recall is, but they're gonna try to.
Looks like they're gonna try and defend it. Yeah.
Yeah, but It looks like that PSU is going to find a pick with only 45 seconds left. I wonder if PSU is just going to try to play defensive for this last little bit, but they don't see the
Octobrush Sharks, and Deeded gets the trade!
Yeah, that's a really good trade. Like, you take that any day of the week if you're PSU, but with only 30 seconds left now, PSU has his power clam. I wonder if some slider cheese is on the menu tonight with 20 seconds left.
Love a good slider cheese and clam blitz.
And now, with the clock ticking, Artan looks like he's trying to get into position for something. On top of this right stack, that's a direct route for
this
slider.
heavy edit is just trying to claim space, but PSU's turfing power is just too much.
There comes the slider. Where's it at?
Comes the slider. Oh, and it gets the pick on deep. Oh, but they can't score.
Yeah, they have this vacuum out. It's going to be coming down to a miracle for VCU with the edit being the only one left, but they cannot take too much space when they're alone. Andre's
going in. Andre's ready to get picks, but that's what's on.
And this
the hammer.
Oh, but they cannot find a pick, but it looks like not that much time left. PSU is going to hold on to this and make the equalizer 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1. How incredible. Love to see a good PSU win on Clam Blitz. It's really our pride and joy.
Yeah, very defensive game there with the score only going down to 32-20. I feel like you don't really see that too much, especially on Inkblot for all the clan maps.
Usually you see a score of at least 50, if not a straight up knockout.
Yeah, and just with how close Inkblot's like baskets are to each other, very surprising to see that. We see a little fish in the corner.
We see a little fish in the corner.
But we are going to be moving on. Game number 3, we have Zones Manta Maria. I don't like this map.
I don't like this map either. I'm so glad that you were willing to bring it up.
Yeah, no. Well, we seem to have some very different opinions on Zones Manta. I guess for me, it's yeah. Zones Manta is a very lockout heavy map for sure.
Once you claim like the little side area on the like far left side of where you spawn and their little upper area, it's kind of over for them. The only thing they can really do is hop up on the mini walls and try and get picks. But in Splat Zones, you can't do that because it's not like tower control where the zone moves further towards your spawn and it's easier to defend.
Yeah, but the one thing I will give Manta credit for is that it does allow for some very interesting weapons, especially with like the different terrain. You could see some tri-sloshers.
Yep, I was about to say that.
I would love to see the Octobrush come back out for hacks here.
Octobrush is great on Manta.
With the Zipcaster on those grates, like if you catch someone out there, like say D did on the well string, like on those grates trying to apply pressure, they just can't do anything if there's a Zipcaster coming their way.
Exactly.
You can't really hide in ink because there's no ink on the grates, but we are still, even though we're heading into game number 3, we see no changes from either team, so very interesting to see that. But yeah, we are going to be getting started in just a moment, but do you have any advice for either of these teams on how they can take this set and take the rest of these games here?
I would say, for the rest of the games, I would say the biggest thing to keep in mind is to think of where you're pushing from, since looking at this map and the rest of the maps that we'll be seeing, they have multiple angles where you can do team pushes from, and it's really important to try and mix things up so that you're not just going the same way each time and the other team can expect you.
Yeah, definitely. And I'd like to play off that a little bit here, and I think that VCU has the edge in that dynamic, just because I feel like PSU plays a little more of like a linear play style, and you kind of have to when you have like that undercover being the main
anchor push.
Yeah, like if that undercover goes down, that's when VCU knows it's our time to move in. But I think that VCU has the slight edge here, but it's all fair game as we are 1-1 heading in. Let's take a peek at these comps.
Oh, okay. Still got the head going strong for Spirality.
Oh, CDS. Yay.
CDS. No tacticooler weapon coming out from Fish. I'm disappointed. I see a super chump. That's a little bit interesting on this map. I wonder how that'll be used.
Yeah, the big swing roller coming out from Artan. Not really much of a surprise anymore as we see. Looks like both these zones are going to come into a neutral, but PSU has the early advantage. Green down!
And with PSU's defensive prowess, if they just take these 2 lockdown points, it might just be over for Spirality already. Yeah. Oh, the Reef Slider comes out.
But the Reef Slider's not going to get too much value. It's a nice pick there from Artan. But PSU needs to move. As I said, this linear playstyle, like, yes, they're fighting these picks, but someone needs to get up in the street. as we see, I believe Arctan is going to try doing that soon. Hopefully,
Arctan looks like
he knows ball. He knows what he's got to do on this map. But there's a jump here. Is he going to punish it? He does.
He is, but dies to the strike.
He dies in a heroic fashion for no reason. Like literally, he could have just moved out of the way, but
moved a little
he just
bit
wanted to
the
die.
Right, his death.
Have you ever seen the videos of like the unnecessary backflips, like in like media? That's
I have in fact seen those videos, and I find them really funny because you don't know what they serve.
Yeah, but with only 30 points remaining and PSU having the numbers advantage, VCU needs to stop staggering. Use this Reef Slider combo with the what is that, tactical
Is the Dreadbringer going to claim a pick? Oh, Reef Slider coming out,
but
Andrew just manages to
They don't see Andrew behind.
They don't see Andrew behind.
No, and they pop a crab.
And they pop a crab tank. What a play.
Yeah,
it looks like they're gonna take down this Headit too.
Yeah, this Headit's gonna try to make a miracle play happen as they try to neutralize this zone. They do, but D hits there. Oh, the splashdown!
Oh, and they get a massive penalty.
A huge play from VCU there. Without that, that would have been game over right there. But now
it's not quite out for them.
Yeah, they have some breathing room here.
But also with the amount of turfing specials that PSU has, it might be interesting to see how quickly they can. I say that and they immediately take the zone back.
Yeah, great pick there from Arctan, showing people why Big Swig is not actually F tier. It's D-. Finds another pick there. Arctan trying to go on a tear, but this head is calling them out. They have to respect it and take the space.
What's the difference between the Big Swig and the Flingza roller? Is the Big Swig's horizontal just also bigger?
So Big Swig, the difference between Flingza and Big Swig is that Flingza's good and Big Swig's good. But it's because Flingza can actually one shot. Flingza has better specials. It has like a longer vertical with more like coverage.
It has 10 missiles too, which is really nice.
Those ink mines are underrated. But D to here in a tough spot, but Arctan being the knight in shining armor to
Knight in shining armor. Where's that Octoling Boy amiibo gear? We need to get it for them. They're going on a crusade.
Yeah, for sure. And Andrew trying to take the zone alone, but Hatch drops on them and fortunately gets picked off. Andrew has some nice opportunity to get some picks here, but electing to play a little more safe.
Ability from Andrew.
Yeah.
I saw, I think, like 3 bombs get thrown at them, and they just rolled through all of them.
Arctan holding off this stack versus his Headit. You don't really see that too often. Typically, if you're a Big Swig there, you have to respect the space. But Andrew running this team down, going all the way into their... are they in the spawn? I think they're in the spawn.
The Headit's trying to shoot at close range, but striking much.
Yeah, but we see here...
Can the drink save it? Only, I'm all for a good drink push, but...
Only like about 10 to 15 seconds left as all of these specials are coming out for VCU. Numbers even, zones flipping back and forth. Dog trying to find this pick on Keyline, but Keyline backs out with just enough space, but that's still another cap for VCU. That's going to be more points ticked on to PSU's cap, or PSU's penalty. Oops.
It looks like Spirality's penalty is almost over, so maybe if they're able to lock out PSU, they could turn the tides.
Yeah, the thing about zones is one lockout is all you need, but this Dreadbringer's in a tough situation. I wonder if they're going to pop Slider in more of a panic, but they hold it. Very smart play. They hold it.
They're able to get out. They know their capabilities well, which is very admirable to see in a Splatoon player.
Yeah.
And they get the pick on Andrew, who tries to come in with dualies.
Yeah, PSU just needs to slow this down. Like, obviously, it's scary seeing this lead slowly tick down, but you still got 45 seconds. If you can solve these zones for just enough, then you can even win without a knockout. As we see Andrew...
Oh, the Dreadbringer finally goes down.
Big pick, and it's just the Neo splash for VCU, and they're in a tough situation as Andrew finds the pick on them with only 30 seconds.
It's looking rough for Spirality.
Yeah, they have one more chance to get back in here.
I love the Dreadbringer because it's such an oppressive turf weapon, especially on Manta Maria where you can sit in the top area and shoot for the grades. Oh, but Andrew comes in on the flank. Yeah. Gets a nice assist. Oh, but does go down unfortunately.
Yeah, with only 10 seconds left, Keelan trying to make a play, but working with D to D, that's going to be the only one in the stack. But the strikes stays alive. Throws this wave breaker in the zone like it's a triple splashdown. But
does do a good job of revealing the team though. Now his teammates know exactly where they need to shoot in order to get rid of the push.
Yeah, and all PSU needs is just to cap these zones. You see Arctan trying to get into position, gets this rain down, and it looks like the Slider's trying to stall, but PSU playing this a little safer, which is not a bad idea.
Keyline making excellent use of the Dually Squelcher's range, but is getting dove. Oh, and a splashdown comes. Oh, and Keyline lives!
Yeah, these chumps are going to be coming out.
These chumps are going to be coming out.
The enemy zone, will they paint it themselves? But they need to get rid of this person on top. The Slider It's pure chaos as VCU trying to hold on to the zone, but
And
PSU
takes it.
takes game number 3 in a pretty strong fashion. That's going to be PSU 2, VCU 1, and yeah, just PSU playing that really well, finding those picks, and I noticed like they actually moved up with what they had, and very nice to see some growth in between the first game and the third game there.
Exactly, yeah. Now, where are we off to next?
We are going to be taking a trip to everyone's beloved Tower Control Hammerhead Bridge.
Okay, so I did lie earlier when I said that there's places on maps to push from multiple places from. This one's kind of just a straight line.
No, but you got the block. You can push from the block.
Yeah, you can, I guess, but it's very easy to shut down.
I mean, but you can like squid roll off the back of the block.
You can squid roll off the back of the block. This is true.
But I do think that
with tower control, though, I think one range blaster can just lock a team down. If they're good with the range blaster, it's really hard to deal with that.
Yeah, I do think that with a mode like this, I don't know who to give the edge to. Like, I feel like both of these teams play pretty similar range. Like no one had a pencil. I mean, there was the edit, but I mean there was also the wellstring.
I think it depends on the comp. I think.
Actually, no.
Thinking of the weapons that people have been playing, I think Spirality might have a little bit of an edge, because a headed is a nice long-range weapon to have on Hammerhead Bridge, and tower control is really where the Tacticooler can start to shine.
That is true.
Since you can tech it off the tower.
But I do also would like to note that we did see Keyline pull out that Jet Sculpture before.
We did, so maybe, it could go another way. Inkvac is also an incredible special in tower control, because it gets you free push power. We use it all the time.
True. But yeah, I'm very interested, especially with like this Keyline detail, if they're gonna run like a double anchor comp,
like they did in the Clan Blitz mode.
Yeah, it might not be a bad idea.
Or is it the return of the Splatoon Goats meta? We'll find out.
We'll find out in about 35 seconds, because it seems like every single match has been taking the full 90. But you can't really blame teams in a situation like this. Yeah.
They're thinking, they're trying to figure out how to deal with this really, really bad stage.
Like, here's the thing, right? Like, if you're doing, like, a regular tournament, like, ready up. But if you're doing, like, something that you've been, like, prepping for a while, like, I can completely understand, like, taking the full 90 seconds, making sure everyone's on the same page, even just checking up on your teammates, because that's also a big thing, making sure everyone's in the right morale, but, yeah.
I want to go tell Jolts that. Jolts regularly not joining the room, not readying up. It's a great thing to see.
Yeah, it reminds me of Snow. Wherever Snow is right now.
Wherever Snow is right now.
Even though it's funny, he lives like 3 minutes away from this, but he's not here. Blame Snow, by the way. But heading into game number 4, Tower Control Hammerhead, we are going to be seeing, it looks like, a pretty similar comp. It's like
the headed's coming out again. I love to see that.
Oh, and the A-Nova from Arctan. Okay, that's his best weapon so far. I think we're getting into the C tiers now.
It's really interesting to see another Super Chump weapon coming out. I don't know how good Super Chump is on tower control, but it'll be interesting to see. It looks like PSU is going for a very ranged, very defensive comp, with the exception of the Luna Blaster.
Oh, I didn't realize Andre was playing Luna Blaster. Why? I mean, interesting. They have like three long ranges, and then you got this Luna Blaster trying to cause chaos.
I wonder how Andre's going to make it work if they're the only one pushing in super aggressively, considering they're this short-range weapon. Yeah. With the Inkjet, though, it's pretty easy to push in with a teammate.
Yeah, I think these specials are going to be key to getting Andre in, but this
and I forgot that the Luna Blaster Neo has Fizzy Bomb, something I'd love to see. I feel like people sleep on Fizzy Bomb a lot in tower control. Yeah, they can really shut down some ankles.
Keyline sharking here with the CDS, but unfortunately does not find a pick. VCU has a delayed wipe situation going on, but they got to push up with this. It looks like they should get this first checkpoint with ease. The cooler coming out. Are they doing the tower strat that
they're not doing the tower strat, but it looks like they don't really need to.
Yeah.
It looks like they're not in need of trying to grind another special out. It looks like their team is going to be able to benefit from this one and shut down the push just fine. And then Dog can go ahead and get another one.
This Inkjet coming out, though, but they're ignoring the tower.
They're ignoring the tower. Ghost is just getting free points. They've made it through the first 2 checkpoints for free.
Yeah, and we're approaching the danger zone here as PSU needs to find something quick, but they have numbers advantage. They just need to work together to fully clear out this tower as a very nice Wavebreaker gets put on the tower to slow down the push.
I find that that one little section in your base where the tower's going sideways is the hardest place to clear people out of.
Oh yeah, that's what the good folks like to call the danger zone.
The danger zone, nice.
Once you hit the danger zone, it's really hard
now
to
the
get
cooler
out.
going out again, not seeing that cooler tactic of placing it in the tower's path, but also the tower isn't really moving, so it's not like you know where to put it.
Yeah, as we see Arctan here with another
Arctan setting up the ink mines. Looks like they're going full defensive and using Inkjet to pop for pushes when needed.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see if it's going to come out soon, but they're popping
Oh, that
now.
pops out now, yep.
Everyone's looking their way. They have shots coming in all direction, working with Keyline. Finds one pick, trying to find a pick on Dog, but Dog
Gets a
shuts it
second
down.
pick.
Yeah, really good pick there, but Dog still holding.
Dog's still holding it down. I love Ahead's ability to close out an area. It's really something. The high fire rate really does so much pressure.
Yeah, and Andrew was not able to find a pick there, so it looks like VCU.
Deed throws out their Wave Crasher to clear out the area, but it looks like it doesn't do much.
And unfortunately, Wave Breaker
But
is that good.
also Spirality is pushed back into like the little area right before mid in their spawn, so it does look like it achieved that goal. Keyline is hurt, and Keyline goes down. Most likely would have hit a little residual chunk of that strike as well.
And there's a jump coming in, but unfortunately it does not look like PSU sees it as Hax is going to jump in back up. But now we're down to a mid-firefight, but this is exactly what VCU
This is exactly what VCU wants, because they have the lead. All they need to do is prevent PSU from taking it back.
And with only a minute and 40 seconds left, these tri-strikes are online. VCU feeding into this.
It might take a combo of the Inkjet and the Luna Blaster to really take it back.
And there they go. There's the Inkjet.
There's the Inkjet. It comes in. Does it get a pick? No, but they're pushed way back. Andre sharks and goes in with the hammer. Gets a pick, hops up.
Oh, it's big. Oh, but they can't find anyone.
Oh, they get a second pick with the throw. Love to see a good hammer throw pick after the buffs. Eden jumping in, and it looks like they're starting to get into their danger zone. Maybe they can take lead back. Oh,
yeah, but that's going to be 3 down, and just Keyline left, trying to hold this as best they can, but they cannot find
Keyline goes down as well. And they do the tactical attack. I'd love to see it. Maybe accidentally, we don't know.
And
but
there it goes.
There it goes. Now they can grind another one, which will be great for if they're trying to push.
And with only 45 seconds left, PSU needs to regroup now and quick if they want any chance of getting this tower back.
I was going to say, I had a feeling that Spirality had a bit of an edge here because PSU tends to play very defensively, but if they lose their grip a little bit, it's hard for them to come back.
Yeah, I think that goes into that linear playstyle that I was talking about earlier, but they're trying to move this now. 30 seconds left.
A wave crasher on the tower is good for revealing people for your teammates to take out. But it looks like the Dreadbringer plus the
big slider coming soon. I feel it.
I feel that big slider. I'm ready for the big slider.
Oh,
there's that big slider. Oh,
does not find a pick, but it
doesn't
matter.
The area, though.
It's just Deated left on the tower, trying to do everything they can, getting jumps. 3 people jumping.
Three people jumping.
Deated versus the world on the tower. Finds. Oh, they cannot find a pick.
They get a double.
They need to get ahead now. One trying to go to the tower. It's just Arctan on the tower.
Arctan on the tower. Oh,
Andrew
jumped in.
Oh my god. No. Pure chaos on the towers. Deated finds 3, but the rest of the team can't.
Gotta say, that's a really admirable triple kill from Deated.
Yeah, and this is going to equalize this setup 2-2.
2-2. Wow.
Yeah, we might not even need to play all 7.
That was exciting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we might not even need to hit him with the play all 7. It looks like it might just go that way anyway.
Yeah, and with that, we are going to be moving on to Rainmaker Robo, game number 5.
I love Robo Ramen. I gotta put that out there. I love Robo Ramen and I love Rainmaker. They're my 2 favorite things, so I'm really excited for this match.
Yeah, definitely, and it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to follow the similar strategies they did to Rainmaker Humpback. So
exactly, I don't know which path they'll take. Both paths in Robo Ramen are pretty viable, so you never know.
I don't know about that right path. It's a little rough, unless you have like Inkvac, then maybe. But
well, maybe that's me talking because I have the former Div 1 Kev Inkvac user on my team.
But yeah, as we get ready to head into Rainmaker Robo, we'd like to give a special shout out to all the viewers in here.
We love the viewers. Thank you for coming and watching CCAs.
For sure. And if you'd like to see some more fun CCA action for PSU, feel free to follow all the socials in the bio. I'm pretty sure Mare attached them there. Obviously, another special shout out to Mare. He's been putting in overtime for us, the only streamer available most these days. We love you, Mare. Love you so much, but
Oh.
but in about 70 seconds, we are going to be getting started with game number 5. Again, we appreciate everyone for being here, and we got a very fun set on our hands.
We do. It'll be exciting to see which way they take this. I know that Keyline might break out that V-Jet Squelcher and open up both paths with the Ink Vac.
Yeah, or we could see the Blapples coming out from them. That double slider comp back from
The double
Rainmaker.
slider comp is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. With the way the set's been going, I feel like it could go either way. But we still see no substitutions from either of these teams. We might even see a full set with no subs. But from what I've heard, their PSU's 5th should be around pretty soon. If they're not there already, they said they were being a little late, but I know they play Hammer a little more supporty, but maybe that might
A supportive Hammer. It's a little bit interesting to see. I wonder how that works.
I mean, supportive Hammer basically comes down to just building it and throwing it.
Fair.
Hey, look, it's their 5th.
It's their fin.
Oh, they are in 205. We were just talking about you saying that PSU needed a sub. The hero that they needed.
Because the bus was late twice.
Oh,
I sat at the damn bus stop for 30 minutes. And that's why I was late, so I decided to walk here. That was a bad fucking idea because the minute I started walking, the bus was coming around the damn corner.
Man,
Love a good
That'd be-
rant against the
we're
Catabus.
gonna call that a college moment.
We're gonna call that a college moment.
Certified
Anyway,
college.
let's look at these comps.
Oh, the Nautilus coming out from Keyline. They got double suction bomb. This should be some good.
With the amount of places to move through in Robo Ramen, it'll be really interesting to see how they make use of that Nautilus's ability to hold the charge.
I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't think I've ever seen Keyline play Nautilus before. So
Oh,
very interesting weapon choice, but we still see a relatively slow start to this.
it does look like they're just playing the Gatling normally. As a former Nautilus user, you gotta make use of your ability to
Did you
push
call
up
it the
with charge.
Gatling?
That's what they're called, right? They're Gatling guns.
Yeah, but you put a lot of emphasis on the Gat though. Oh, counter slider!
Oh,
Big counter slider! Woo! Triple from Artan gets the quad.
Gets a white.
Artan ignoring all the Gats and moving forward a little.
I did not say Gatling.
I heard Gatling,
Guys,
but
maybe it's just my. Are you guys judging me for my Wisconsin accent?
Wisconsin Atlas. I'd be really upset if you had a Wisconsin Atlas. But Artan, another slider online, drops it down from the ropes, finds one pick, and still trying to move forward. Finds two, finds three. Artan.
An admirable push. It looks like PSU is just gonna shut this out with Arcan's ability to just get kills.
Artan saying, "I'm not CCA Div 5. I'm Ludi Div 5, and I'm making it known." Keyline coming in with the splash
What's
down.
like the CCA equivalent to Div 5? Is that like CCA Div 1?
Yeah, Div 1 and 2, I would say.
Oh, really?
But there's no direct comparison. I mean, I'm Div 1, but also Div 8 and Ludi, so...
Love that.
I mean, I'm also the generational thrower, but PSU getting this down all the way down to 29. Very strong first push. I think doing the opposite of what they used to do, playing really slow.
They've become so aggressive. Yeah, it's really great to see how all of this push power is paying off.
You want to know what it was? I think they felt the rage of their 15.
I think they felt.
Oh, no.
The Dooley's taking a little swim.
Yeah, Andrew feeling the rage of the void as they. But despite that, the PSU has the numbers advantage again. Artan trying to go on even more of a tear,
Honestly,
but Artan jumps out tactically.
Honestly, Artan makes the undercover umbrella look so easy. It makes me kind of want to try it.
No, you don't.
What?
You don't want to play that weapon. Imagine being up front to an enemy. You can only do like 10 damage a hit.
So ends up,
Yes.
which I already
You
made.
play ends up like a 52.
Yeah, and it works for me.
Never mind. I'm not gonna say.
Don't.
I'm not gonna say anything else.
We can ignore the fact that we lost our last game. We can move back into this
Don't worry,
one.
but Artan's not going to lose this slider, hopefully, as he stays alive, has it online, trying to keep it for this next push, but PSU...
I'm excited. I'm hoping to see a big crab tank from these dudes up on this mini wall.
Yeah, this is what, similar to the last game of VCU, this is what PSU wants us. Now it comes down to a stall fest, and Keyline trying to come in with a splashdown, and looks like it does not find a pick, and still going to be numbers even with the brief slider still being held by Artan.
I'm a massive fan of this headed one trick. They've been on point with their drinks, their drink placement, making sure it gets to their teammates. It's really admirable.
Oh, and we could potentially see a Dreadringer slider. They have this cooler.
They have the slider.
They just got to move in with it.
They just got to move in with it. I'm waiting for a big slider play. I can't wait.
Yeah, they're popping these specials now. We see strikes. Slider right there. Come on,
Oh,
you got
no.
2 people. You got to let it rip.
Let the slider
Like a
rip.
Beyblade.
There you go. Gets
Finds
one.
one, but this Rainmaker, they're
They're
gonna
gonna
dock to the
take the
Rainmaker
Rainmaker.
shield. Not even the pop, the shield. But Dieted gonna try to hold this off as best they can, trying to make a similar reminiscent to their tower control play, but looks like teammates are gonna rally around that with only 1 minute and 15 seconds left. VCU's gotta start moving quick.
Gotta start moving quick indeed, but DE is just shutting them out with this Wellstring. It's just pure turfing power. I see that big crab tank up on the half wall. I'm excited to see that. Can they get a pick on DE?
Does not look like it.
No, DE comes out on top and is able to continue just
Oh.
making this pressure.
But VCU's on the up foot as Keylime and Dieter are the only ones left. Keylime finds a pick, finds another.
Slider.
Oh, okay. Dieter and Keylime holding this push down together like bread and butter. As we see Keylime trying to come in with a splashdown. This could be big. Oh, but they pop it just a little bit too early.
But it does reclaim mid for them with some good turfing, which I think might just be what they want in general.
That is true.
Looks like PSU's giving up on their defensive ways and is maybe trying to push in with the Rainmaker. Oh, but Deeded and Keylime go down to that splat bomb. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, this crab tank, although they don't see the pop, but they stay alive. Arctan trying to hold this this reef slider down like they had been before, but Ghost gonna try to punish them as best as possible. Arctan cannot get that reef slider out, but it looks like Andrew made a hero play there. And with only 10 seconds left, VCU needs to pop this, but PSU keeping all the paint pressure on it, and it looks like PSU, without a pop,
Is going
to take this. It's going to be game point for PSU, channeling that rage from their fifth.
That rage
Taking
from their
this
fifth
game with a dominant fashion.
with a storm. Yup.
Oh, man. Lots of fun going on tonight.
Lots of fun going on. It's a good time. I love to see the Marina gear going out. Gotta give props to the only set of heals in the game.
Not much heal representation.
Not much heal representation in Splatoon.
Yeah, as we're going to be taking ourselves to Clamblitz Scorch.
Where
It's,
heals would probably not serve you well.
I mean, I don't think heals would serve you well, and I don't think that would serve you well in any Splatoon.
That's fair. Maybe if you were at Lemuria, though. Seems like a nice fancy place for heals.
And I feel like if you hopped on the Lemuria like the elevator thingy, that you would trip and fall on your feet.
But also, if they're moving, that means you don't have to walk, and then you don't risk tripping.
I mean, that's true, but I feel like they're very inconsistent in speeds that it would catch.
That's true. I'm excited to see, Clamblitz at Scorch Gorge. It is really easy to lock someone out in Scorch Gorge.
Yeah, definitely. And still no subs. Well, we can see a PSU hold channel assist in a rage where VCU can even it out because it's been back and forth the whole
It's
time.
been back and forth, but also, I think PSU does have that edge in this one just because it's Clamblitz. It's a really uncommon mode for teams to play on.
Yeah, I mean, if you go on Sendo Q, the one thing you don't see is Clamblitz. Def taxes.
Don't see Clamblitz.
Def taxes and that one platinum looking for zones only on Sendo Q. That's
Yup.
what you like to see. Just kidding, you don't like to see it because it's annoying and we should play every mode in Splatoon. But that's why we want the CCA because they
That's
do
why
every
we-
single mode, and we need to normalize that.
Yes, we do need to normalize all the modes in comp play because as much as, despite your opinions on Clamblitz, I do think it is a nice mode to bring out some of those strategies.
Yeah.
Because in a lot of the other modes, it's just kind of push and lock down. But Clamblitz, you really have to know when to move forward, when to back up, and maybe get more clams. Stuff like clam budget, what type of specials work well, and what kinds of specials maybe you can use in different contexts in Clamblitz. It's really interesting to see how strategies get switched up.
Definitely, and especially with Penn State taking the earlier Clamblitz game on Inkblot, with the barely taking it though, it was only 32-20. We could see
32-20.
another slow game incoming, unless PSU still holding on to that rage, which
Still
could be
holding
possible.
still holding on to the Catabus rage. Yup.
But taking a peek at these same people, but looking at these comps after a slower start to this, as the starting screen's really taking their time. We see the Blapples coming out from the side of VCU, as we see the Jet Squelcher coming out on the side of PSU.
Looks like they're going for that goats tactic again of 2 engage, 2 support.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised Dita doesn't play the hammer well string.
I do like that one more, but I also love the value of a well string that can just lock down opponents with point sensor and wave crasher.
That is true. Point sensor does go extremely undervalued in this current game, as we see both trades coming in from both those aggro weapons. Blackwell's getting picked off. Dooley's getting picked off as this crab tank's gonna be very lethal and finds a pick on
Gets keyline before getting destroyed. Looks like they're starting to move in. Deeda tries to defend with a wave crasher, but can't do anything. But it looks like Andrew's able to pick up the slack, and their push is stopped in its tracks.
Yeah, Andrew and Archan really working together to stop that push. I would have figured VCU getting the score there, but
Me too.
They shut that down, and Archan has this online, trying to bait people to it. Oh, but they stay alive with the bomb. The slider gets punished, popping just a little bit too late, and VCU's gonna try to move up with this now that Archan's down.
Oh, but they don't claim any other picks. Keyline is able to hold them off and keep that super clan. And
Yeah.
Archan's already back as well.
Yeah, big crab tank coming out from Andrew, but Go staying alive through it all. Falls off the map in a glorious
Even
fashion.
slimming in gets the score.
Yeah, Andrew. Oh, a slider coming out. Looks like it's going to find a pick, but they're not following up with clams. They need to get these clams in before this basket closes, and they do.
And they start getting in the clams.
Dropping the score all the way down to 56, and they still have momentum, but they don't have anyone grabbing the clams.
This is what we start to see in normal clan blitz games. Some big scores.
Yeah, and Deeda trying to make a hero play, but cannot, as VCU is going to regain control of their basket.
I wonder how VC is going to make a comeback in this case.
I mean, they have the special to do so.
They do.
Get some nice strikes out, get a crab tank. I feel like that's all you need, but despite that, PSU coming in with this slider. It looks like it finds a pick as Andrew trying to work up. That's going to be nearly a delayed wave. The jump coming in, but Hack's trying to hold us off with the crab tank.
It looks like they're pushing, but without a super clam. Are they just pushing for the sake of pushing?
Yeah, the super clam gets built a little
Or
late.
maybe Deeda was trying to build it and then jump in.
Yeah, you have to wait a little bit before you push in, because otherwise you just get little to no value. As we see now, they have 15 clams. Now is a good time to get it going, but this counter cooler coming out, but it's going to group everyone up for this AoE of this well strings. We see Wavebreaker coming out, Specials coming out online, but looks like picks are going to be trading both ways, as we see the slider coming out from VCU and a counter slider coming out, but it looks like it's only going to find one, as it's just a wipe.
Oh, the wipe!
And Keyline.
And Keyline, not the lone survivor, because Deeda is coming back as well, but it looks like Keyline's just going to get these clams and just take even further of a lead.
Yeah, but they don't get as many in, taking it only down to 40. As we see one more clam coming out for Deeded. Will Deeded get it? And they do. Deeded holding off, playing
Another wipeout!
playing the well string like a front line. Unexpected here, folks, as we see PSU just needs to grab a few more clams, but they're taking a little bit of a longer time as Hack's trying to shut this down. Deeded gets all three in, stays alive, gets picked off, and it's just Andrew left alone.
Looks like that penalty that PSU built up in that first push didn't even matter to them. They were able to get another solid 20 to 30 points in.
Yeah, with only a 28-point penalty, it's not too bad. Only 50 total points remaining, as this crab tank is going to get PSU the opportunity to get back into mid.
Unfortunately, they're now in that point where if you just throw in a super clam, it doesn't do anything for your score. All it does is give you momentum. So it looks like they're going to have to push in with a little bit more resources in their pocket.
That is true, but they're still finding these picks. It's going to be 2 down for VCU, and with only a minute, with only a minute left, PSU, this is exactly what they want.
This is exactly what they want.
Big slider.
The slider.
Ooh. Looks like the slider's not going to get too much value. Keyline drops on a bomb, but stays alive. This vacuum is going to potentially provide some value. Oh, but the Dooley's fight from behind.
Oh,
Shoot it down. Fight 2. Hacks going on a double tear. Let's see if they can keep it going, as with only 45 seconds left. They gotta be the hero this team needs. They need to play. They need to push in with this crab tank.
Looks like they have 2 supers though, so we will be going
3 specials up 12. Finds 2 picks with two power clams online. VCU rolling with the crab tank. Do something. Oh no!
Oh, the crab tank doesn't come out.
Yeah, Andrew shuts down this push with the help of the rest of their team, and 20 seconds left. One of their power clams are going to go to waste. Very unfortunate if you're a VCU fan, but with only 15 seconds left, it's going to come down to a miracle if VCU can get back in.
It's looking like the Head was able to get out successfully and keep that power clam, so maybe they can make something work. They'll definitely need to muster up as many resources as they can within this overtime period, or else it lights out for them.
Yeah, the cooler goes out just a little too far. It doesn't look like that many teammates are going to be able to take value of this. Andrew goes down. Big slider!
Big slider, and
Finds
the
two.
clam goes down.
And it's just
they
Ghost.
don't grab it. It looks like...
Oh, but looks like PSU is going to
the
get the barrier, break it open, and PSU is going to come home with their first win of the season.
That's so lovely. I'd love to see a PSU fish the 5th win.
Yeah, really what they needed as after an unfortunate set, I believe it was last week or 2 weeks ago, it really put their morale down. But look, this just goes to show that they were able to overcome it and get this game.
Probably with the Catabus rage.
Yeah, that Catabus rage, but still, very good fight from VCU, able to take 2 of these games back. I'm not sure at the moment if we're going to be playing Zones Mahi. I'd prefer if we don't. I don't want to see Zones Mahi. But
What do you mean? Mahi's fun.
I mean, okay, I love CCA. I love PSU, but I don't like Zones Mahi. I don't know if I can overcome my Zones Mahi hatred to cast a Zones Mahi game.
Why do you hate Zones Mahi, Jay? Hit us with it. Hit us with your reasoning.
Well, I've said this story many times, but the first 40 points are completely unplayable. It is very stagger heavy, as in if you lose that first fight, and it basically sets up the attackers with, oh hey, look who it is!
It's Luna! Luna's coming in!
The successful rage bait is coming in for the last game of the set, and it looks like we're going to be doing a play all 7 based on the sounds of the substitution, but gonna be fun to see Luna coming in here, as we see. It looks like VCU is going to keep the same, but per tradition, we are going to be playing on Zones Mahi to finish it off. Obviously, this doesn't count to the score, but it's always good practice for the other teams.
Who did PSU sub out for Luna?
Keyline is going to be out.
Keyline, that's right.
Their fabled Jet Squelcher will be out for this, so they will have Luna. Not sure what they'll be playing, but going to be very interesting to see that.
It'll be interesting to say.
Yeah, and heading into that very soon, I'm wondering if they're going to be running that double slider to push them back. But yeah, obviously for fun, we could potentially see some serious comps, or we could see some very silly stuff.
Could see some very silly stuff, especially on Mahi. Who knows? Maybe you just go 4 reef sliders, the Octoboy meta.
The Octo? Oh, I haven't heard that name.
I haven't heard that name in a while. He's doing well.
Oh man. But yeah, we're going to be getting started pretty shortly. We got some communication going on between. Funny enough, on top of having us in person, we actually have Fish playing just a few rooms down. Hence, we had the rage bait on stream, as well as PSU Goobers practicing another few more doors down. So we kind of taken over. We kind of taken over this little section of this building, but. We love to see it.
We do love to see it.
The more Splatoon representation in PSU, the better.
The better indeed. I am so excited to see what future seasons of CCAs bring, and with that, we're gonna get right into this match. Let's see what comps they're gonna bring out. I'm excited to see what Luna brings to the table, since we haven't seen them yet.
Yeah, and it looks like we're gonna see triple air spray. Hey, let's go. We see the zap coming out from Luna, there to support the teammates, and Arctan running the mini Splatling. Let's see how many hammers he can get this game. If they don't have a hammer build in 10 seconds, they're off the team.
Looks like the head now switching to a gold Aerospray is fully ready to just charge up Booyah Bombs as fast as possible.
Oh, you can get some silver Aerospray tips from this.
I can get some silver Aerospray tips, or maybe I'll give them silver Aerospray tips, since I don't know if they played this weapon seriously, if they're doing it for fun.
Ready? We're gonna see a big slider. Oh!
Almost falls into the water.
Oh!
Don't pick with the slider.
A little bit of drifting going on. Treating that slider like they're in GTA, as we see PSU Fish trying to push him. The golden Aerospray is gonna find a pick. Golden Aerospray trying to get on a tear here. As Golden Aerospray versus Luna. Golden Aerospray finds another. Golden Aerospray finds a triple!
Triple from the Golden Aerospray.
That is a big triple there from the Golden Aerospray. I believe that was Hacks. You love to see it from VCU. As we see here, it looks like PSU Fish is trying to get themselves back on the upper foot. With this hammer, Arctan building it a little slower than you'd expect, given the fact that they're running 3 mains.
Booyah Bomb comes out. Does it get? It gets 2.
Yeah, it's just going to be Arctan here.
Placement. And the lead goes back to Spirality.
Yeah, and another Booyah Bomb comes out. Arctan barely stays alive, finds a pick, but VCU finally makes the map playable but Arctan throws the hammer at the wall, swing and a miss, and the slider's gonna come out, do 70 damage, but Arctan coming from behind, trying to find any picks they can. Oh, I completely forgot. Deheated is playing shot. They're not playing Wellstream.
They're not playing Wellstream. This is a new thing to see from Deheated. I'm excited to see how it goes.
Yeah, Deheated. Having this, I do know that they have 5 stars on shot. They just don't play it for some reason. I guess they don't like it. But very fair, as Deheated finds a pick. Booyah Bomb's gonna have them a little lower, but Deheted's still gonna use this as momentum to push forward with their team.
I am very excited to see Luna coming out with the NZAP 85. I think that's the number.
Boo.
The one with Tacticooler. I gotta give a shout out to any of my Tacticooler users. We get no love.
Let's see what the Tacticooler does, but they're 2 down, wondering if Luna's gonna hold this or if they're gonna throw for their team, but it looks like they're just gonna be sharking here, leaving Andrew alone, coming out, finding a pick. Luna going to try to work with that here as they are alone on this side, but unfortunately cannot find any more value. Yeah, Deheated has this Zuka online, tries to pop it to find something here. Doesn't look like they're going to find any value, as with only 23 and ticking left, VCU is only going to have the splashdown left, but do they see the splashdown? They do not. Trying to use the splashdown to cap the zone, but this is not a reef slider. It's not going to cap the zone alone as Andrew shuts it down for PSU.
Nice. PSU has a little bit of climbing to do, but it's not over yet. The side areas have been opened up, so they can definitely make use of those, especially Andrew, who loves to shark and roll around. Got that Sonic the Hedgehog strategy going strong.
I mean, that is certainly one way to do it, but they're going to now be ticking off in this 44 remaining. PSU just needs to lock VCU out for just about 20 more seconds as we see Luna coming in from spawn, trying to build this cooler, but it looks like they're not going to get it in time as 1 goes down for PSU, 2 goes down for PSU. It's just Luna and Arctan here, as this sprinkler does not get any value for Luna.
Oh! Aerospray from the flank!
Aerospray
That's a little scary to see. What would have made it scarier is if it was the Aerospray wearing the parallel cannon mask. Just seeing those eyes just pop up behind you, that would have scared me.
Yeah, and unfortunately that's not getting too much value. It's Arctan now coming out with the hammer, finds a pick, tries to move in, another swing and a miss. Hey, better swing, and another miss for Arctan, but Arctan trying to fight this battle alone, but with some help of Luna, the Booyah Bomb is unfortunately going to find the pick.
I think that is the 3rd hammer from Arctan that Arctan has thrown and accidentally hit a wall with.
That just be the Bizbees the way
That
of.
just be how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. And now with VCU with numbers advantage, it's going to try to hold this off with only about 15 seconds remaining. But PSU has another hammer.
They have another hammer.
It's going to be very interesting to see if we're going to see Hey Bada swing or Hey Bada miss, as this hammer is now online, being popped, coming out into the zone. Finds 1, Hey Bada swing! Hey Bada swing! Finds 2 picks, and they're going to retake the zone, but the Booyah Bomb trying to come out, and that's going to be a total party kill!
Total party kill!
Woo!
Love to see some Div 6 representation in Div 5. Or 4, sorry.
Yeah, now, and with PSU unfortunately going 1 down, they really got to hold the zone with everything they got, but the Booyah Bomb's going to be online, going to probably be thrown onto zone.
I wonder if Luna's going to... Oh, no!
Big Booyah Bomb, it's going to cap it.
An unexpected Booyah Bomb.
Splash down 2.
I was hoping that Luna would break out the Tacticooler to give their team a bit of an advantage, but no, it looks like they died before they could.
Yeah, that's going to be a delayed wipe for PSU, and with only 10 seconds left, they got to rush this zone. They got to make something happen.
I don't know if they can, though. Spirality is too much turf power. They don't have anywhere to move.
Yeah, but it's in neutral. Oh, but it's
it was so close to going neutral.
The triple arrow slay strat comes out, and VCU is going to take this fun game. So in reality, well, obviously it's 4-2, but 4-3 in our hearts as VCU takes this playoff 7 game. And with Hacks having the dogs out, please put them away, please.
I love.
Oh, and the cat suit. Come on, Hacks.
Why does Jay just hate every single gear piece that I use?
Because why would you go into a battlefield and have your dogs out?
Because it gives me special charge up.
I can name a million other things that can give you special charge.
Yeah, but none of them let you bring the dogs out.
Oh man,
none of them are cute.
But PSU going to take this 4-2. We know it's getting rather late, and the folks here would love to help PSU Goobers get some practice in, but. Great set from both teams. VCU putting out a strong show. PSU getting the win. But yeah, us commentators are gonna dip on out soon. If you love to hear more of what we like to yap about, feel free to follow us on the socials. We tend to post when we're going to be having our matches and such, when we're going to be streaming, when we're going to be who's going to be commentating, yada yada yada. You know the drill. But Feel free to stick around as Kraken Mare, our streamer, is going to be streaming, I believe, Ludi related, Ludi practice, swing and a miss, Ludi something. Please remind me, I'm locked out right now. Help. Ludi practice, that's what it is. Kraken Mare, Ludi practice, gonna be coming up very soon. And if you'd love to see some very high Div 2, Ludi Div 2 level gameplay, feel free to stick around for that. But on the behalf of the PSU Invasion, we bid you adieu and have a great rest of your evening.
Yeah, have a great night, everyone.
Take care.